Now, Kenyans looking to export into the U.S. markets are said to get a shot in the arm from an upcoming event that is set to improve their knowledge of the market and pair them with buyers. Set to be held in the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly, it will tap the experience of experienced Kenyans in the diaspora to ensure exporter gain a comparative advantage. Peter Okabe sat down with Kevin Onyona, an event organizer who runs a thriving business in the U.S., to get insights. He started by asking him how he got started out.
My name is Kevin Onyona, and in America they call me the Ugali man, but I'm actually a chef and owner of a Kenyan restaurant called Swahili Village. We are present in Maryland. We're present in Washington, D.C., downtown, literally 5 blocks away from the White House. And we're also present in Newark, New Jersey, with intentions to open up many, many more. I think we'll start with Manhattan, Atlanta, Georgia, Dallas, Texas, hopefully Boston, Washington, Seattle, Washington. Those are, like areas the markets that are really strong for our brand. But we're basically strong in almost every state, including in Canada.
Talk to us about what it's taken to get to where you are today, and to say that you have a business that's up and running. You're looking at expansion across many different states. What has it taken to get there?
So my story is kind of interesting. So I get into the U.S. That's a long story before to get where we got to. But then I was in corporate America, and I got to a point where I was just frustrated. And you're making good money in corporate America, but then you can't go out and spend it in a place that makes you feel fulfilled, like a good African space with good food, good ambience. Just to an elevated space that also serves your cuisine. And so I got so frustrated that I couldn't find a place like that. Most of the places that was available to us was, hole in the walls, and places you can't really take a family. So I quit my job and I decided, I'm going to train myself to be a chef, and then and open a restaurant. And I did. I did actually quit and open a small restaurant. And while I was in that small space, I trained myself to create a product that I think people really enjoy today. And then we outgrew that small place. My intention always was to be able to create, like a fine dining space for African cuisine.
So one of the greatest challenges facing many people, not just in Kenya, but right across the world, is the issue of management. When you have a business that's up and running, doing well, finding the right people to do the work that enables you then own the vision and move forward. What have you had to do to get the right people in the right places? How have you been able to hack management?
Fortunately, in America, if you pay the right rate for your professionals who are in that field, they will do the work, and you can hold them accountable. And they actually, for the most part, very available professionally to give you back what you pay them for. The problem we've had in the past is that we don't seem to want to pay our people, or pay the right amount for the commensurate to the work that that you expect somebody to be able to do for you. So what we've done is we've hired qualified professionals. Every time we open a restaurant, we activate it with the right people. Clearly, we have a bias. We want to be able to give as much of that to our own people. But if we can't find, we're also equal opportunity employers. I'll tell you though, I'm very anal about hiring Africans. Yeah, because that's what, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, you will never find an African working there. If you go to a Japanese restaurant, you'll never, so why should we not hire our own people and give opportunity to our own? But, it's opportunity for the best.
Let's talk about what sets you apart. What do you think is the thing that you'd say is your comparative advantage, the thing that keeps your customers coming back, the thing that is setting your product apart from the rest?
You get to a space like the restaurant, you've got to be consistent with your product. You also must be consistent generally with your what you do. And people actually try you for a while, and they want to see, is this legit? Is this for real? And if you own your craft properly, and they see your consistency, and they see that you're not doing it just for money, you're doing it to answer to their call, because I'm answering to my call. That's the reason why I did this, because I wanted to make sure I can satisfy what I was looking for and I couldn't find. And so now, if you give it to them, and you give it them in a proper way, and in a consistent way, they will support you. Set apart, yes, consistency, because it's very hard to get African meals on a consistent level. Yeah, even here in Kenya, I struggle to find a consistent place where I can eat the same food and it comes out all the time at the same pace here.
So you're here in Nairobi today, so many thousands of kilometers from your business and your home. What are you doing here in Nairobi, and what are you hoping to achieve?
In the recent past, it has come very clear that we need to also open up America for our traders to come and see what opportunities there are there. And people find it very complicated to go to America. So I realized, I have a role to play. I'm a U.S. citizen. I also understand that, to get to America, there's some hoops you have to, yeah. But our traders here, clearly, have never been given the chance to see the market of the Americas. I think that, we run to China, we run to Europe, we run to other, countries for trade, but America has never really opened itself up. And I think, I know that the American ambassador, Meg, is doing a good job to change this, but we also have to do our own. And that's the reason why we're putting together a trade expo. Yes. Yeah. This trade expo is to really, bring our SMEs. Yes. So usually, when we do these expos, they're done at a very high level that doesn't impact Mama Mboga. Yeah, but Mama Mboga needs a market. American market, that's a 20-something trillion. You can't ignore America. You cannot ignore that market. And it's a market that is very ready for business all day long. During that UNGA times, United Nations General Assembly, we want to see, because a lot of activities will be happening around the New York area, and we believe it's a space that we can allow for our traders to start seeing that market as a possibility, not impossibility.
Well, that's all for business today, this afternoon. Thank you very much for watching. I'm not